Okay, so here we are, and I have this wonderful little steel pot here to go. I have some fantastic espresso beans. They're a Costa Rican pea berry. Quite delicious, especially with the 43, making myself a carajillo. And this really is the only way to go in the afternoon when you want a little bit of a pick-me-up, but you still gotta get through the crossword. Not really winding down, you're kind of picking yourself up because, you know, it's 3 in the afternoon and got a ways to go before bed. Just fantastic. I cannot recommend anything any more than that. Okay, so we are going to jump into our Thursday grid today. Thursdays often give us rebuses, give us some sort of a challenge or a theme of some sort. So let's just see what we got. I mean, you can never really tell. Sometimes they're a real breeze. Sometimes you sit for 2 hours on a Thursday. It just depends on the day. But yeah, let's jump into our grid. What do we got here? So we've got a Thursday, April 4th, 2024 grid by Kevin Curry, edited by Joel Fagliano. And let's go ahead and hop in and see what we've got here. Okay, bring this down a bit so it'll fit there. We can keep our eye on the time. And what do we got? They're good to know. They are good to know. We got 3 letters. I'm thinking maybe ins, you know, like people who can hook you up and take care of you in that regard. Possible solutions. What was written as annoyed grunt on the early scripts of The Simpsons, and I do believe that's the dough. And so far it's lining up with the ID, NOSH. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that what I'm guessing here will at least work. You know, like at least the syntax will work, at least the grammar will work. You know, it's easy to see a word starting with an ID or an NO or an SH, right? So let's see what we got here. So possible solutions, maybe ideas, and just for grins and giggles, deal with maybe C2, but that doesn't feel too comfortable for me. So leaves in hot water would be T. Man, that is good stuff. Okay. Famous specification for a 57 across. Let's take a look and see what we got for 57 across. Subject of this puzzle. Okay. Origin of the words reindeer and husband is Norse. Okay. Landmark legislation of 1972. I often get this confused with Roe, but I think Roe was 73. I think 1972, the year I was born, by the way, is the year for the Equal Rights Amendment. And let's see, hit up, maybe ask. Okay, and famous specification for a 57 across. So, okay, one part. Okay. Apt name for a February 14th baby. Out. Maybe away. And let's see what we got here. Court hotshot. Apt name for a February 14th baby. I'm going to go with Val, right? Like Valerie. Valerie loves me. Valentine, right? Let's see what we got. Well, a dolly is a U, so that's a female sheep. And what Scott Joplin might yell after spill? Well, Scott Joplin was a ragtime musician. I don't know much else about him, like the king of ragtime or something like that. One part is not coming to me. Having muscle pain is muscle pain. I know this. This is myalgia. So having muscle pain would be myalgic. Myalgic? I think I'm right on that. Court hotshot. Oh, so maybe an attorney, but if they're a hotshot, maybe they're a legal eagle. Let's see. For those wanting a summary in internet speak, self-righteous types. Maybe prigs. Maybe prigs, right? We all know a prig or two out there. A vehicle with an under-ride guard is a semi. I guess those things keep us from getting chunks of that, what I call black road turds. You only see them in the United States, where trucks lose all of their tread and they come flying off the back of them and they litter the highways, and it just looks awful. It's embarrassing, really. Anyway, so let's see. Pressure measure. Okay, well, that's going to be pounds per square inch, I think. If it's 4 letters, then it might be millimeters mercury, so mmHg, like you would get when you use a sphygmomanometer or a blood pressure cuff. Okay, so blank specs. I know this. What are those called? Rio specs, red specs. I almost bought a pair once. I can't remember before. Oh, what Scott Joplin might yell after a spill? Well, he was apparently the king of ragtime, and I can see that. You spill something, hey, ragtime. So that's clever. It's clever enough. Makes me kind of happy. Yes, these are rec specs. And chill with ice cubes. Gotta get down to what this puzzle's all about. For those wanting a summary in internet speak. 57 across per E.B. White. Well, E.B. White was a writer. I mean, like a kid's writer, wasn't he? I don't know. Coastal Retreat. Baseball Hall of Famer Durocher, and I think that's Leo. Organization authorized by the 16th Amendment, and that's the Taxation Amendment, so this must be the Internal Revenue Service. Know your Constitution if you're an American, or know your Constitution if you come from a country that has a Constitution. Just maybe know it. Probably a good idea. Spot markers, I'm going to go with X's. X marks the spot. Now what do we got? 57 across per E.B. White. Looks like this is going to be an elixir of something. And he did talk about the elixir of something. Alternative to an energy drink, kind of candle at a wedding ceremony. Well, I think this is a unity candle, but I wouldn't know it from my own experience because we got hitched in front of the judge almost 33 years ago. Coastal Retreat, I get it. That's ebb versus flow. So what do we got here? Accessory and mini Rembrandt self-portraits, a beret. Yes, that works. And giving orders is bossy, maybe, so that kind of works out for me. And I kind of like the beret, but I don't take after Rembrandt. His was all so bushy and tammy, and I like mine a little bit more made to my head. So, let's see. Alternative to an energy drink, still don't know. Skier's conveyance would be a T-bar. They take up the mountain. Alternative to an energy drink, maybe a nap. Soften with down, tone down, maybe. What do we got here? Certain soccer kick. I think that's called a toe poke. Bog. Probably gonna be a fen. Now, so what is this? Real gem, maybe a keeper. And of course, blank game sci-fi classic. I cannot remember that. Gave a red card informally. Little Deuce Coupe. You don't know what and I don't know what he's saying. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I want. I don't know. But Little Deuce Coupe, yeah, the Beach Boys. Not to be confused with Jan and Dean. You better not go there. Gave a red card informally. Man. Okay. Blanker game. Huh, that's clever. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out. More piddling. Maybe punier? Member of la familia. This is maybe padre. Padre. Tighten the purse strings. Maybe cut back. You better not go there. Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. Don't even, mister. Don't even. So, gave a red card. Ender's Game? I don't know. Let's see. Derby participants in July. I think these are batters, maybe? Racers wear. Okay, so we got the S apostrophe, so we're going to have the bibs for that. My gut says, I'd bet. Showmanship. It's probably bravura. And let's see. Broke off, seceded. Kind of like the South keeps saying they're going to do. Work with one's hands. So maybe need. And oh, yes. E.B. White was talking elixir of quietude. And that is a martini. Does that fit? It sure does. And now that I'm coming to think of it, look at this. Look at the drawing here. Look at the grid. Looks like a martini. It's one of my favorite images on the planet. Okay, so what do we got here? Famous specification 57 across. Looks like it's going to be shaken, not stirred. Cool. Okay, so like the German article das is neuter because D is feminine. Der is masculine and das is neuter. So one part vermouth. Okay, cool. Got it, I think we're rolling. Ben folds 5, for example, oddly enough. Well, they are a trio. And I am a fan. For those wanting a summary, letters associated with Joseph Smith, Latter-day Saints, Nancy in the Grammy Hall of Fame is Sinatra. Game show host John Michael Higgins. And what do we got here? Garnish with an olive. Very nice. We're hitting all the spots. 5 parts gin. Sounds like a good martini to me. Early DVR was a TiVo. Didn't we just have that yesterday? I mean, we're getting TiVo at the wazoo. Blank back. Kenny Chesney hit from 2004. I'm not a fan. I'm not a non-fan. I just don't really know any of his work. So I don't know what that is. Abbott Elementary, for one. I think it's a sitcom. Never seen it. Can't say for sure. A Chuckwalla relative is an iguana. By the way, I've never seen a Chuckwalla in ads until Google came out with their little parody of Barbie, their little commercials. Like, what's that? And then she's taking a picture. Oh, it's Chuckwalla. Hey, what's up, Chuckwalla? It was really weird. Sounds of disapproval. Okay, they're always going to be, you got 4 letters. They're going to be tisks, TSKS, or tuts, TUTS. Good thing we had iguana there. Social stratum is a caste system. Betting recklessly in poker slang. I think that's on tilt. Things sometimes lined with bubble wrap. Maybe mailers? What do we got here? One is seen on the poster for Devil Wears Prada. It's one of my favorite movies ever. It's a stiletto heel. Lamenting lines. Maybe elegies. We better check ourselves. So elegies, I think. Sorry, I need to spell it right. Prefix with fix, maybe transfix, maybe. So sometimes lined with bubble wraps, maybe mailers, maybe. I kind of thought that a while ago. AMC competitor, I think, is regal, and we know that vents have slits in them. And what do we got down here? Mission involving spirit and opportunity in brief. I cannot remember that at all, but I think those are rovers. Screening with a lot of characters. Looks like an eye test. Let's see. Second chances are probably redos. And so, here we go. Down. Oh, we're not even close to the moment of truth because I forgot I still got a whole area over here, and I don't really know. So I'm going to take a guess and say this is Ender's Game, though I don't know for sure. And what is this? Gave a red card. DQ'd. I guess it's not coming to me. DQ'd. So let's just try Ender's Game. If not, we'll see what happens. What's going on here, Bob? How'd we do? And again, you don't have to know everything on the crossword. You just have to know enough to get the crosses or the downs to complete the part that you ain't got. And then sometimes you got to take a guess at it. Like, I had no idea. But what else would that have been? Ender's Game? I guess I need to look that up. Apparently, it's a sci-fi classic. I've never seen it. Which, I mean, shame on me, I guess. I suppose. But cheers. And thanks for joining me today. This was an awful lot of fun. This was a fun Thursday. At 14:30, time isn't terrible. And yeah, even when you're running your mouth, it's not that bad. And so, anyway, learn it in every language you can. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Que tengas un lindo día. Masalamati. Shalom. Aloha. Ciao. See you later. Annyeonghaseyo. And también. And have a great one. I hope your day is absolutely fabulous as mine comes to a close here in the European Union. Cheers.